These airdrops of aid may provide a brief glimpse of hope for some Gazans on Tuesday, as head negotiators from Hamas remain in Cairo for another day at the request of mediators, keeping ceasefire talks ongoing after 2 days with no breakthrough. This extension comes just days before the start of Ramadan, the Muslim fasting month, which is due to start next week. The Cairo talks had been billed as a final hurdle to reach the war's first extended ceasefire. It would be a 40-day truce between Israel and Hamas, during which dozens of Israeli hostages would be freed and aid would be pumped into Gaza to stave off a famine. The ongoing hostilities with Hezbollah on the Lebanon-Israel border and the accessibility of Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque compound for Muslims both remain important details in negotiation, with each set to impact the success of the prospective truce. Displaced Gazans like Yasmin Mahoney said on Monday they yearned for peace after 5 months of war.
We want to return to our cities, our houses, to our families. We are tired, we have been dispersed. There's no aid for the Palestinian people. We need radical solutions.
Senior Hamas official Bassem Naim told Reuters the militant group had presented its proposal for a ceasefire agreement to the mediators and was now awaiting for a response from the Israelis, who have stayed away from this round. Israel has declined to comment publicly on the talks in Cairo, but a senior Israeli official denied Israel was holding up a deal, saying they were awaiting a response from Hamas. Israel says it is interested only in a temporary truce during which more hostages would be freed. Reports suggest Israel has been reluctant to move forward with the talks before securing a list of the living hostages, a request that Naim said was impossible without a ceasefire first, as hostages are scattered across the war zone and held by separate groups.
Well, we are looking not for a humanitarian pause or a humanitarian ceasefire. We are looking for a final, total, comprehensive ceasefire. We are looking for a total withdrawal of the Israeli army, Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip. We are looking for allowing all Palestinians really to move from the south to the north and vice versa.
The US has said an Israeli-approved deal is already on the table and it is up to Hamas to accept it.
The hostage deal is in the hands of Hamas right now, because they've been an offer, rational offer. The Israelis have agreed to it, and waiting to see what the Hamas does.
Hamas disputes this account as an attempt to deflect blame from Israel if the talks collapse with no deal. Egyptian security sources said US, Egyptian and Qatari mediators were seeking to overcome the differences by offering separate guarantees to Hamas to reach a permanent end to the war. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant has warned that Iran, Hezbollah and Hamas are aiming to take advantage of Ramadan and turn it into a second stage of the October 7 assault, first labelled by Hamas as Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. Nonetheless, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has overruled National Security Minister Ben-Gvir's call to block Muslim worship at Al-Aqsa this Ramadan, confirming that access will be allowed the same as in previous years. As an annual religious practice, tens of thousands of Muslim worshippers are expected to perform prayers at the Al-Aqsa Mosque throughout the month of Ramadan.